For those of you that are joining us live, welcome to the call. Thanks for taking the time to be here. I know there's other things that you could be doing. We all have busy lives, so I appreciate that. It's 6 o'clock Central Time up here where I'm at in North America, and I know it's 11 o'clock down in Australia, 10 o'clock depending on where you're at, and for those of you in New Zealand, what is it, 1 o'clock over there, I think. But anyhow, you know, Katie, I was talking before the call, and I want to repeat it because, you know, I think it's an important idea that I got to get across to people. I was just reading that they're saying a majority of people, now this is the States, but I'm sure it's the same most everywhere. They said that a majority of people, over half of people, are worried about financial stress. They just don't know if they're going to have enough money to survive. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and it's not surprising with everything that's going on in the world, and it is a great concern for many people. In fact, it's probably one of the biggest worries in most people's lives on a daily basis.
That's right. They're saying that for I think it's the Generation Xers, it's the ones that are, 20, 30 years old. Aren't they called Generation X?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, they're not even, if they lost their job, according to this census, this poll, they're saying that they couldn't even make it a month.
Right.
If they lost their job. And I'm thinking, holy cow, that's a majority of them. And they're saying that then the millennials, which is the next group, they're saying that they're a little bit better off. And then they're saying that my group, you're a millennial, right? You're in the millennial group?
No, I'm the next one.
Oh, what is that?
Maybe
that's the Generation X. I don't know. Anyhow, so they're saying that that it gets a little better, and then when it gets to my generation, I'm in the bottom of the baby boomers. They're saying that we're we could go 17 weeks, which is, a little bit better than 4 months if we lost our job.
Yeah, well, but that's probably for most people too, Kurt. It's all about, I guess, managing your financials, and that's where I guess this talk comes into play. It's about looking at ways to generate extra streams of income, and Sizzle is a perfect way to do that.
Well, and that's exactly what I'm trying to get across. And for folks, some of you, maybe you're in another company, maybe you're listening to this for the first time and hearing about our company. If not Sizzle, find one that you like, find one you enjoy, find one that fits you and get started with it. Because you know what? There's not going to be any magic that's going to happen if you sit around and you're just waiting for somebody to come around and say, hey, here, I'm going to buy you out, and you're going to be out of the financial misery that you're in. That ain't going to happen, Katie, isn't it? It's not going to happen. Right. And so I want to try and make this so it's a little bit interactive with people and that. But okay, so I know you're not a coffee drinker, but you know people who drink coffee, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So let's say that I own a coffee shop, and I sell a cup of coffee for $1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say that I have one of the well-known coffee shops, so I've got to pay a franchise fee in order to have that. Right? So I've got the cost of the coffee, I've got the cost of my employees, I've got the cost of overhead, and then on top of it, I got to pay the franchise fee.
Okay.
So if I'm selling that coffee for $1, chances are I'm making about 10 cents on a cup of coffee, right?
Right. Can you hear me okay? I just put on a headset.
Yep, I can hear you perfectly. So if I'm making 10 cents a cup, okay, that's 10% profit margin after overhead and all that stuff, okay? So, and it might be more than that, and maybe a cup of coffee is $3 and you're making 10%, so you're making 30 cents a cup, whatever. I'm just going to kind of use this as an example. But so Katie, let's say that you love coffee, you come in my coffee shop, you buy a cup of coffee, I make 10 cents. Now, you love my coffee, you think I have the best coffee, you bring your friend Bob with you, and you and Bob each have a cup of coffee. Do I pay you anything because you brought Bob to my coffee shop?
No.
No, I don't pay you a dime. So I make 20 cents because you brought your friend and so I make 20 cents off that visit that you made to my coffee shop. But in reality, how many people can I serve in my coffee shop per hour? And I've gone to some coffee shops, and so let's say that a coffee shop brings in let's just say they bring in 20 people an hour, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so if I'm bringing in 20 people per hour, I'm making $2 profit.
Right. So you've got a
Okay.
limit.
Because I have a limit. I can only serve so many people because there's only so much space, and there's there's so many cups that I can serve in an hour. So let's say that I'm working a 10-hour day. I'm working from 8 till 6 every day that my coffee shop is open. I'm making $2 an hour profit. So I'm making a whopping $20 a day.
Yeah, it's not much profit, is it?
There's not much profit in it. So my point being that, a lot of people, they go, oh, I love coffee. There's a lot of people that come through this coffee shop. There's 200 people that go through the coffee shop, right? 20 an hour, 10 hours, that's 200 people an hour, 200 people a day. And so they're thinking, oh, there's an awful lot of money to be made now.
Yeah.
But there really isn't. But, so my point being that, you don't go to a coffee shop and go, oh, I love coffee, I'm going to go open up a coffee shop. That's not really what people do. What people do is they go, oh, hey, Katie, I'd like to start my own business. And I've been looking into this whole business of coffee, and it looks like it's a profitable deal. I've been watching over here at the coffee shop, and 200 people a day run through this coffee shop. And I'm going to open up a coffee shop because even though I don't like coffee, right? Because you could open up a coffee shop. You don't have to like coffee because you don't make money because you like coffee, do you? Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Now I can. So do you even have to like coffee to own a coffee shop?
No, you don't. You don't have to like the product, but if you like the product that you're selling, it does make it a bit easier.
Well, it makes it easier to run the business, but it doesn't make you any money to love the coffee. You're still going to see that same 200 people a day, whatever, right? Okay. So my point being that if I'm the coffee drinker, I don't make any money at all. If I own the coffee shop, I make a little bit of money, but I got to put in full days every single day in order to make that work. Okay.
Mhm.
And so let's say now that I'm a real good entrepreneur, and I go, hey, you know what? I'm going to start a chain of coffee shops,
Yeah.
right? And so I find people like Katie who wants to run a coffee shop. She loves coffee. She loves coffee customers. She loves having coffee with people. She's making her $20 a day. And I go out and find 10 people that just like Katie that want to open up coffee shops, right? And so now if I'm making, let's say that I take another 10% off of that, right?
Hmm.
And I have 10 coffee shops. So now I have 10 coffee shops and I'm making $20 a day. How much am I making a day now?
You'll have to do the math for me at the moment.
Okay. So I'm making $20 a day per coffee shop, and I have 10 coffee shops. So I'm making $200 per day.
Okay.
I still don't have to like coffee, but guess what? Now I don't even have to show up to the coffee shop. I don't have to go to work.
That's right. You've got someone else doing it for you.
I got somebody else doing the work. So I've leveraged the fact that some people love coffee and they'll go sit in that coffee shop all day long and they'll drink coffee and I make money. And I've got another person who wanted to run a coffee shop, doesn't even like coffee. I don't care. It doesn't even matter if they like coffee, but they want to run a coffee shop. Okay.
Mhm.
And I found 10 people that want to do that. Okay. But now let's say that I'm even smarter than that guy. And I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to train people how to be an entrepreneur and how to own coffee franchises. So I go out and I find 10 people who that want to open up franchises, and each one of them, right, is making $200 a day because they each have 10 coffee shops. And I've got 10 of them. And let's just say that I don't quite make as much money as them off of each cup of coffee. Let's just say I make half that.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm making $10 per day off of each coffee shop, but I've got 10 times 10. I've got 100 of them. So I'm making, what is that? I'm making $1,000 a day.
Exactly. So now you really got some leverage going.
I got some leverage going, but how many people am I working with? 10.
Right.
I'm training the 10 people who want to own the franchises, right?
That's right.
Okay. So now I want to apply it to what we're doing over here with Sizzle. I just wanted to kind of get people to put this in relationship to something that they see every single day. So what we're doing is we're opening up our own little store, whether you have a vitamin store, a weight loss store, you could have a anti-aging store, you could have a skincare store. We've got all that. Sizzle has all that. You can pick what you want to do. And you go out and you find people, and some people love the product, they want to be a product of the product, and they just want to go out and find other people that love the product, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so isn't that like the same people who are opening up the coffee shop? They're going out and they're finding a lot of people, and they're just basically helping them open up coffee shops, and they're kind of the franchisee, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the people that really make the money in network marketing are the ones that train the people that have the franchises, and the franchises consist of the stores. And then you have the consumers who simply buy the product.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. Is that all making sense?
Yes.
Okay. So with our business then, in order to become part of that group, that elite group that really is the franchise trainers group, you've got to start in the right bracket, right? And I was trying to think about this earlier in the week. And again, I don't pre-record any of this. I don't rehearse any of this. I'm making this up as I go, Katie. I'm winging it.
Mm-hmm.
As I was driving home from Mayo Clinic today, I was thinking in my head as I was driving what I was going to talk about, and that's how I came up with this idea, right? And so this is all just I'm making this up. This is all just make believe right now, and so you come in as a wealth builder. Sizzle calls it a wealth builder, and basically what that is that gives you the exclusive rights to be that franchise owner trainer. We call it a wealth builder.
Yep.
Right? Because you can't make the money if you don't buy that wealth builder pack. You have to start as a wealth builder. You have to start at that level. Now, if you don't do it, you just decide, hey, I just want to be the franchise guy. I want to train other people how to run a store. That's okay. That's okay. But you still really want to come in at that wealth builder, the trainer level, just because of the fact that you might change your mind down the road. I was watching a commercial last night as I was sitting there in the hotel with my parents, and it was a pizza place. We have a place called Domino's Pizza up here, and this girl was saying, she said, oh yeah, she started out when she was 19 years old working at the kitchen at this pizza shop. And she said, now I own 2 pizza stores, 27 years old, 10 years later. And so some people do that. But I would say that a majority of people, if they love pizza, they're not eventually going to become pizza store franchise owners.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know a lot of people who like pizza and they don't own their own pizza store.
Exactly. They have to have that in them.
They have to have that burning desire to start a business, and the business that they choose to go into is pizza. It's not because they have a million pizzas in their garage and they need to get rid of them. They decided that they wanted to start a business, and then they decided that they wanted to get into the pizza business because they thought there was going to be a profit in the pizza business. They didn't get into the pizza business because they love pepperoni.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So with Sizzle then, if you go out and you find 3 people who want to basically go out and start franchises, they want to be the franchise trainers, you find 3. You help those 3 people find 3. And then you help those 9, because 3 times 3 is 9. You help those 3 go out and find 3. And everybody invests the same amount of money. It's called business overhead. It's a monthly overhead. And in our business, it's roughly somewhere between $350 to $500, depending on what pack you buy. But you want to be at that level where you're getting 300 PV in volume, because you're not leaving any money on the table. You're getting paid all of your bonuses. You're getting paid all of your rank advancement bonuses. You get paid all of your commissions on everybody that joins your organization. And on top of that, you're getting some other bonuses that we call loyalty reward bonuses, which basically is, hey, we're going to pay you because you use the product, because you actually love the product that you're promoting. That's what loyalty rewards is that you are a product of the product. So now the company is going to turn around and they're going to give you back all the money that you spent on shipping. Even if you live in Australia, where the shipping is quite expensive, the company says if you buy that amount, that 300 PV every single month, at the end of a year, we're going to give you back all your shipping, Katie, even if you chose to have it sent expedited. I don't know if you're there, but
yeah, keep
anyhow,
talking. Sorry, I'm having computer problems today if you haven't figured it out, even on this laptop. So I'll let you talk and then I'll jump in with my section.
Okay, perfect. So, I mean, I'm just hoping that everybody can see the point that I'm making, is that you have to have the right mindset. When you go into this thing, you have to have the mindset that you're going to start a business. You're not going into this thing where you're saying, oh, I love coffee. Oh, I love, natural health. Oh, I love, this, or I love that. No, you have to go into it and you say, I want to start a business. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of complaining about being broke. I'm tired of worrying about where my next dollar is going to come from. And that's why you start a business. You don't start a business because you go, oh, I love pizza, I'm going to open up a pizza shop. I can throw pizza crust in the air and I can spin it really good, so I'm going to start a pizza store. No, that's not why you do it. But if you go out there and you help 3 people who find 3 people, and then you help those 9 find 3 more who get involved with what we're talking about, you're going to make a profit of somewhere between $500 to $2,000 a month. And I give you kind of a range because, I can't give you the exact amount because it's all different for every one of us based on your volume. I mean, because you're going to find some people who just love pizza, and they're going to, every Friday night, they're going to buy a pizza from you. They're not going to go out and start a pizza store, but they love the product. And we don't sell pizza at Sizzle, but we sell skincare products, and we sell anti-aging products, and we sell nutrition that helps keep you healthy, and we sell things that are non-toxic. And that's how we build our business. So, Katie, that's my spiel for today. I hope that it came across the way that I thought it would. Again, I'm just winging it as I drive down the highway, and so I'll hand it over to you. And I know you're going to talk about this product that was launched right before the pandemic, this STEM-O-LYTIC product, and what an awesome product this is. I won't get into it. I'm just going to hand it over to you.
Okay, great. Can you see my screen?
I see it perfectly. I'm going to mute myself out.
Okay, fantastic. So if you've just joined us, welcome. Thanks for jumping on. This is the product segment of the call. I've had some computer problems today, so I'm going to edit this little bit out. But just so you know, I got some water on my computer and had to switch laptops at the last minute, and then that was playing up. So excuse me for that. But let's get into the call today. So welcome if you've just joined us. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for watching the recording. We've got some great information to share with you today about Sizzle's fantastic product called STEM-O-LYTIC. So if you haven't tried this product, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic product. And we're going to get into why it's such a great product today. Just a disclaimer before we start, the product in this presentation is not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness. So please consult your healthcare provider if you have a medical condition, and the statements in this presentation have not been evaluated by the FDA. So just need to put that out there. So just setting the scene here a little bit for this product. We have so many great products in Sizzle that help you with slowing the aging process, making you feel younger, look younger. And STEM-O-LYTIC is just one of those products. So if you use all 3 of our products, and I'm not covering all 3 today, but we've got well, we've got STEM-O-LYTIC, which I'm covering today. And so that product is actually designed to remove the toxic buildup of senescent cells, which accumulate as we age. So I'm going to get into that process. And then we've got another great product called the Age Pill, which supports the creation of cellular energy and helps to aid in the cellular detox as well. And then the third product that's part of our anti-aging range, actually we have a number of more products, but one of the third ones, which is a main one, is the TSX product. So we're not going to get into that today, but we're going to jump into STEM-O-LYTIC. And I always like to give some lifestyle factors that affect health and aging for people, because, you know, it's not just about taking supplements. You can't out supplement a bad diet, or, you know, you just can't. If you've got so much stress in your life and you're eating badly and you've got a number of factors going on, they're going to impact your life. And so supplements, you know, I believe are really important to support your body, but you do need to look at other things too. You can't just say, well, I'm taking supplements, I'm going to be fine. So I've put here some lifestyle factors that do affect your health and aging. And these are some of the things, and it's just a gentle reminder for people to be thinking about these things, and perhaps some of those things that they could do to alter their lifestyle so they get better outcomes and improve their overall health with not just only supplements, but other things as well. So obviously stress reduction is a big one. When we get stressed, we start doing some crazy things. You know, if you're stressed, you can drop things or break things or forget to skip meals or forget to drink your water. I mean, there's so many things that stress has an impact on. UV exposure is another big one. A lot of ladies don't actually realize that the wrinkles on our face, one of the main contributing factors is sunlight. So if we put our face directly in the sun, we're going to accelerate what's called photo aging. We're going to accelerate those wrinkles and lines. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't bother, then that's fine, but just be aware it does do that. And the other thing is, you know, skin cancers are very common. So, but particularly as we get later in life, so we do want to protect our skin. We want to exercise, obviously. We want to get that heart rate up to 110, 120 beats per minute 3 times a week. We want to maintain a healthy weight. We want to avoid toxins such as smoking and eat our fruit and vegetables. We want to make sure we're getting enough omega-3 intake. And we don't really want to be having a super high fat diet. Now, if you're doing, you know, a special diet like keto, obviously it's quite high in fat. But if you're not doing keto, then, you know, you want to look at your fat intake too, and the types of fats, more importantly, that you're having. And then, of course, supplements fits into that too. So let's understand what cellular senescence is. So scientists have discovered that when stem cells reach their end of functional lifespan, instead of disappearing, they actually go into a state of what's called senescence. And they refer to this as a zombie-like state. So this is where zombie-like cells hang around and emit toxins in your body. Although these toxins are designed to flag down the immune system in order to initiate apoptosis, the natural process of cellular destruction and clearing, they do have a negative side effect of damaging healthy cells. So if we can support our body to get rid of these senescent cells, we really want to do that. And the thing is, as we age, the older we get, the faster we age. And after the age of 25, approximately, for males and females, your body's ability to repair cells is not as fast as it is creating, you know, problematic cells or wearing out. So we can't repair as fast as we need to. And that's when aging actually starts to occur around that age, the 25. So I've got some really great slides in here to show you what cellular senescence looks like. So aging inhibits the immune system. Aging inhibits immune system apoptotic response, programmed cell death, allowing senescent stem cells to hang around and expose their toxicity. So we just covered this in the slide before, but this is a great slide showing you what a senescent cell looks like and what a normal cell looks like. So you can see the slide on the right, the image on the right, it's got all the blue around it, and the senescent cells emitting these toxins and causing inflammation. So we just touched on this before, that senescence actually starts around in your 20s. So it's the process of growing old. And, you know, this happens to everyone, unfortunately. Obviously, genetics is going to play a role in how good your genes are. And then, of course, your lifestyle factors and what you're doing to how quickly you're going to age. So the consequences of senescent cells, so they accumulate and they do contribute to the development of age-related disease. A lot of people don't realize the reason we get sick is because of aging. And in fact, Kurt and I were talking about this recently. We discussed that, you know, that science is really going after diseases. They're trying to cure cancer. They're trying to cure heart disease. They're trying to cure Alzheimer's. They're trying to cure all these things. But the problem is, it's not so much you cure one thing, then somebody develops another disease. The problem is not the diseases. The problem is the fact that we actually age. So if you go to the root cause of the diseases, which is aging, then you can address all of them in one go. Because people don't develop Alzheimer's, at the age of 25. They're not often getting sick at that age, unless they've got a really bad genetic, it's some genes going on there. But people are at their fittest, their healthiest around the age of 25. You're at your prime. So these are all age related. And the older we get, the more problems we start to have, because cells just wear out. So we really want to think about what are the things we can do to support our cells and support our body. So we've covered the lifestyle factors today, and now I want to get into this supplement that Sizzle has called STEM-O-LYTIC and how this can really help you. So one way also, so I'll just backtrack a little bit, an option to eliminate the negative effects of chronic cells is to specifically target them with compounds called senolytics. And senolytic agents can come in a number of forms, and in our product, STEM-O-LYTIC, we have senolytic agents which are designed to target these senescent cells. And you can see on the right-hand side, we've got ficitin there. So ficitin is one of the most potent senolytic agents that you can take. Ficitin is an extract from strawberries. You go, well, Katie, I eat my strawberries every day, so I'm getting my ficitin. No, that's not really possible, because you'd have to eat truckloads of strawberries to get ficitin. You just wouldn't be able to digest it in that quantity. So really, that's where supplements and extracts come in play, because we can concentrate the active ingredient that your body needs to do the work. Whereas sometimes, or many cases, particularly in this one, from food, you wouldn't be able to get that just from eating a bowl of strawberries. Now, I really wanted to throw this picture in because it does highlight how senescence causes aging. So this was a study that was done obviously on mice, and they actually injected them with a certain substance so that they lit up. And so you can see where the senescent cells are. And you can see on the left, you've got a mouse, that's a young mouse on the left with no senescent cells. His body's all white. And then as you go to the right-hand side, you've got lots of blue dots all over the mice, or the mouse rather, and you can see they're all senescent cells. So a tremendous amount of senescent cells, and that's the natural process of aging. So you can see it's accumulating the older the mouse gets. And on the right-hand side, you've got a mouse that's been exposed just to ambient air. And so you can see there wasn't too much damage done from that with senescent cells. But then you can see the mouse on the right-hand side that was exposed to cigarette smoke. And you can see how much damage was actually done by that cigarette smoke to the cells of that mouse. So in aging, we experience this phenomenon called senescence. And so the healthy cells are damaged and lose their ability to divide. Over time, these harm cells build up in the body and release hormones that cause inflammation. So we've talked about the damage that these cells can actually do. So here's another great picture. So this shows the lifespan was increased by a Senolytic-treated mouse. So on the left, we've got normal age, hair loss, bent spine, and cataract. And on the right, a mouse of the same age and was treated with senolytic agents. So it showed improvement in organ function and increased the lifespan by between 24 to 27% in the actual mouse, which is incredible. So I believe this study was done with just using an ingredient called ficitin. This is not specifically about our product. We're talking about ingredients that are senolytic agents. So this finding may indicate that humans scheduled to die at 80 may live to 100 in relatively good health just using this one intervention. So that's what they're hypothesizing in this study with animals. So that's pretty phenomenal. That's another reason I absolutely love senolytic agents and love our product STEM-O-LYTIC. And again, you can just see here before clearing senescent cells and after, a massive improvement in the overall health of the mouse. So we've got a number of ingredients in our product. We've got 8 powerful senolytic agents, and each one of them works slightly different to support the rejuvenation of senescent stem cells. And it helps to get rid of those cells that are too far gone, and it helps to clean up where the body's just not doing its job. So we've talked about zombie cells, and it supports the immune system. You know, if you've got all these senescent cells hanging around and they're emitting toxins, they're actually bringing down your immune system. So you want to help your body and support it to remove those toxins from your body and those senescent cells. So I just wanted to touch quickly on the ingredients here before we wrap up. So STEM-O-LYTIC has some key ingredients that you would have heard about, especially if you've been paying attention to what's going on in the world and what sort of natural ingredients can really support your immune system. So we've got in this product quercetin and curcumin and NAC. And so these ingredients have been talked about a lot recently, particularly with immune support. And we actually have all those ingredients in our STEM-O-LYTIC. So we've got a number of tremendous ingredients. We've also got B6 in there. We've got B12 in there in both the active forms, which are really powerful to support the immune system, to support the nervous system, and people just get great results with this actual product. So I won't go through all of the ingredients today, but you can see that we've got just a great diverse range of exotic ingredients that was carefully put together by Tom with all the science that they have and the research that they've developed. This product was put together very carefully, and it just is just a wonderful product that I would not want to be without. I definitely would want to have it in the cupboard. So the price of this product is 44 USD for 1 month supply. And if you're somebody that's perhaps been, you know, if you've maybe had a bit of a hard lifestyle, you've been exposed to a lot, you might want to consider, increasing that dose. And, if you were to do a double dose, then it would be 88. But recently they did change the dosage, saying that it was effective at the half dose, which is 2 tablets every second day. So that's up to you how many you want to take, but it is a fantastic product and I highly, highly recommend it. So that was it for today. So thank you for listening, and please get back to the person who shared this with me. Yes, Kurt, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, that what's amazing is that if you go back just 3 years ago, when you talk about the science of senolytics, some of the top iconic figures in the anti-aging world, they said that it's going to take us decades to figure out how to get rid of these senescent cells. And Tom was a keynote speaker at that anti-aging conference over in Spain when this was being discussed back in 2019. And he called me up like a couple weeks after he got home, and he said, voila, he says, I figured it out. And this is what he came up with. And he told me all about the ingredients, and I was just amazed by the science from it and how it really works. But the one thing that I was just going to talk about with the product, you were saying how, the quercetin and the curcumin help out with, and quercetin help out with the immune system. Well, the immune system, the immune cells are actually the ones that pull out. They're supposed to pull out these senescent cells. They're supposed to get rid of them, these zombie cells. But what happens is that the immune system cells actually go into senescence as well. So you can imagine you've got immune system cells that are supposed to pull out the senescent cells, and then the immune cells go into senescence. Well, now they can't do their job either. So this product just does an amazing job on cleaning that mess all up.
Yeah, definitely. So I've actually been stocking up on this product, Kurt. I've been buying multiples of it because I don't want to run out. I'm creating a little stockpile of it now.
That's what I do.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, we'll leave it there. We don't want to hold you up and let you get on with your weekend. So thanks for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I'll make the recording available. So if you wanted to share this with someone, if you've got some existing customers or distributors you want to share this information with, please go ahead and do that, because we just have such great high quality products in our line. I absolutely love them. Kurt loves them too. And I hope that you'll love them too.
Katie, thanks for being with us every week. And for those of you that have joined us, thanks for being here again. And I look forward to next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.